What am I forgetting? Guys, it's down to crunch time. I need your help. We're gonna run through my entire pack list. I'm gonna be gone for 30 days chasing bugles, and I feel like I'm forgetting something. Come along, we're gonna run through my pack list, and then you guys are gonna help comment below and figure out what it is I'm forgetting. Been doing this for 20 something years, and I always forget something. I need your help, let's go. All right guys, so 30-day hunt, 3 to 4 states, all elk, no time to come home. Gonna have to pack for a lot of stuff. So we're gonna kind of start with archery and work our way backwards all the way to the truck and what we're taking in the truck. This is a good video if you're new and you don't know where to start. This is a good video if you're intermediate and you're like, I'm starting to get the hang of things. What's Dan's systems? And then this is also good for you advanced, veteran, OG elk hunters. Maybe I'm doing something that you're not, that you like, or maybe there's something that I'm not doing that you are, that you need to comment below. I need your help. Archery Repair Kit. In here is just a whole gaggle of different bolts and things that fit to bows, different knock sizes, peep sizes, extra broadheads, just kind of like a mobile repair kit. This stays in my truck. In here is all the tools needing to repair a bow. I can do a D-loop, wax, string, tools, soft knots, all sorts of different types of serving material. This is D-loop material. This is my bow repair kit. Now, this doesn't go in my backpack, but this is always in my truck, in my deck system. We'll show you how we do that. This, I keep more stuff in here as kind of backup. So this tray pops out. We'll dig in here real quick. So I got a backup rangefinder from Vortex. This is the Viper 3000. This is what I'm running. I got a brand new bottle of bear spray. I have bear spray in the marsupial that will fit to my vinyl harness if I need to attach it if I'm in G-Bear country. I got an extra pack of iron will, single bevel solid to the left. That's a 6-pack. Backup knives that are already sharpened from the factory from Buck. Synthetic waterproofing for crispy boots. And then for their leather, I have their leather treatment as well. Pack of AA lithiums and an extra of pyro putty. On this side, I got that AC adapter so I can plug in my laptop. I have a battery bank. This is solar charging, and you can also charge it up from the truck. This is an Amazon special. And I have another battery bank right here. Extra beanie. And then in this bag right here, I keep a bunch of extra stuff. So these are all diaphragm calls from Phelps. And then I'll have extra set of game bags, toe warmers, more batteries, scent checker, electrical tape, headlamp, bikes, in case like it snows, another headlamp from LED Lenser, another backup headlamp, LED Lenser. I like headlamps. This is fire starter. I'm gonna try this stuff out as well. Got it off Amazon, don't know the brand, but you can Google that, find that in there. More electrical flagging, face paint, more scent check, face paint, compass. That's pretty much what I keep in this bag. Is just, those are all my extras. So I'm notorious for losing scent checkers. That's why I have so many in here. So if I drop one out, I keep an extra in my pack. When I lose that one, just come back in here to my cache and get that. In here is my Glock. It's a Glock 20. I also have the SIG. I'm gonna probably run the Glock this year. This is on an Alien holster. This is the chest holster cloak. If you haven't seen the videos, I run it just below my marsupial vinyl harness, and I tightened all the Allens so that it won't come out if I bend over, whatever. And then I am running, I got 3 magazines, 15 rounds. This is from these guys, G9 Defense. I think they're out of Post Falls, Idaho. This is what I shot the best. And so all 3 magazines are there. Another roll of electrical tape. Electrical tape is gold. And then in here, I have just extra diaphragm calls, more scent check. The Easy Sucker, that's a new call from Phelps this year. Their external read as well. One of these will go in my pack, but this is how I sharpen my knives when we kill something. Usually we cut up half the elk and then resharpen. And this is very lightweight, fits in the backcountry. You kind of have a finer edge there. I use this one to sharpen broadheads. Always sharpen your broadheads after shooting into foam. And it doesn't take much to touch up. Usually you go 5 and 5, 3 and 3, 1 and 1, going down in the size of the coarseness. But I got lots of options there. I got lots of Vortex wipes for my optics, super glue, flashlights, Just all this random stuff that I don't want to leave home, I keep in this tote, and this is kind of my backups. Let's move on. This is the part you guys will dig. This is the V3 X29. This is the ElkShape side plates, AEE Mountain Series stabilizers, 12 inch in the front with 1 ounce, 6 inch in the back with 8 ounces. D-loop material for these downhill shots. My fingers do not touch my riser at all, so if I'm shooting a steep downhill, I'll slide into this. Otherwise, I don't use it. I keep the engaged leg limbs on at all times. That's just what I like. I'm running the dual track, dual pin indicator with a 1/4 inch peep. And as far as arrows, I'm running the RIP TKOs with the Max Hunters with the max offset to the left. I'll be running an expandable, probably, I'm torn right now, probably the Grim Reaper Fatal Steel or the Thorn 2-inch. We use those on turkeys and like those, and that is just for antelope. But I'm gonna be definitely hunting antelope with expandables this year. And then as soon as I start elk hunting, I'm gonna switch to the Iron Will single bevel solid 125 to the left. I can't wait to crush elk with that. In here is just my marsupial harness. I got this Viper 3000 from Vortex. If you noticed, I had a backup one, the exact same one, 2 is 1. In here I have my Wise Choice. I have my backup Wise Choice in my hunting pack, Allen's and Chapstick. Allen, Burt's Beeswax. All my tags are in the back here as well, because I always have my bino harness on, so I always want to have my tags. I'm a huge fan of the high roller. I like 365 from my backyard, but they're pretty big. If you are gonna take your 365, take the center out, lay the surrounding piece flat in the back of your truck. It'll fit better. But this is really nice for shooting broadheads into, so I'm gonna bring the high roller with me. It doesn't take up a ton of room. I can slam this with broadheads and the foam holds up really well. I usually bring something like this to keep a lot of my clothes in. This is old school, like scent lock, but I'll keep a bag of just extra socks. When I'm hunting out of my truck, I change my socks every day. When I'm on the mountain, it's not really a high priority to change socks or underwear, but I'll carry 2 bags full of socks, 2 dry bags, 1 empty in the bottom of my pack in case you need, like for camera gear if it starts raining, and 1 at camp in case I need to keep something out of the weather. Backup bow. 2 is 1. I like to have my backup bow dialed with broadheads ready to go. I don't want to spend time sighting it in at camp. If I'm using my backup bow, I probably did something stupid, fell, broke a cam, broke a sight, tweaked my rest. I don't have confidence in my primary, I'll go to my secondary. This is a Pelican Air. I love this case. There's only one thing I don't like about it. I'll show you that. When you open it up, it usually will fall like this. It doesn't stay up like this. That's the only downfall. A lot of the SKBs, when you open up, no matter what's in there, they don't tip over. If this one's empty, it tips over. So I got extreme velocities for this setup. Comes in at 410. I got 24 arrows plus extra. In here, I have 2 packs of Micro Hades 3-blade 125 broadheads. So right there, that is my practice one, and I have 2 cases of these. You just never know. Especially when we're gonna be gone as long as me. That's kind of what I run on this backup setup anyways, is the Micro Hades. And then in here, I have my 3rd release. So this is a Scott Sigma. If for some reason I'm down to this release, this is just like worst case scenario, I'm dropping handhelds all over the mountain. On this setup, I run a 15-inch bar in the front, a 10 with 5 ounces in the back, and this is what she looks like. She's a beaut. This bow shoots really, really well. It's just a little long for my liking to carry around elk hunting or being a ground blind, but definitely the most accurate bow I've ever shot. But I'm running the 29 simply because it's more compact and suits my fancy for elk hunting. Backup bow, guys, if you end up having an opportunity to upgrade your bow, I would recommend not selling your current bow. Even if you want that cash to put towards your new bow, don't do it. You should definitely consider holding on to your old bow, especially if you're traveling a long ways out west. The last thing you want to do is try to find an archery shop that's actually open or close by, that actually has good techs and that will actually take care of you, and there's not a line of guys in front of you. It's September's Fine Night. We're not doing that program. I've seen my dad do that. Bring a backup bow. Now, if you're gonna keep your backup bow in a case, don't park your truck in the wide open sun in September and have your truck cooking your bowstrings up. Always park in the shade, or chain it up to a tree or whatever you got to do. Just don't let your bow cook, even your backup bow. We have a lot of videos on Numa gear. so I'm not gonna go through all the systems, but in this duffel bag here is a bunch of t-shirts, the Pathfinder pants, which I will wear for hunting, underwear and sock. This will be my stay at my truck. So anytime I'm at my truck, I can get in new socks, new underwear, or if I'm driving to a new state, I can change into some normal clothes. So that's what this is. In here, I keep all my Numa gear, and it's kind of organized / not, but I got my Palisade Puffy. I usually put this at the bottom of my pack, not in my pack. I just attach to the bottom. If I ever get cold or I got a long ride out, I can put it on. I got my 3L rain gear, all my Base Haven base layers, and then I'm gonna be running primarily the Pursuit pant with the knee pad for elk hunting, Renegade quarter, long sleeve. I'll have an Alpha Vortex jacket. All this is my hunting clothing. That is the hoodlum. This is my primary pack for elk hunting. But before I elk hunt, I am antelope hunting. So I'm gonna run the 22 mag. I don't wanna break everything down in here, but I always keep extra buckles and straps in case I need to strap meat to the back or my bow to the pack if I'm riding a dirt bike or e-bike. All my setups always have a Nalgene holder on the left side and a little small pocket in here. I generally keep a card reader for trail cameras. In here is a backup release. I always keep a backup release. You can see this is the 2 simple, and then I have another Wise Choice that I keep in my primary pack, but always have 2. 2 is 1. That is the theme, guys. That is the theme here. Let me open this up for you. And basically the 22 mag, the 44 mag, and the Shape Charge, they're all kind of a similar design where it can fold over and it's got places and pockets and stuff. So in here, these little Kifaru bags are awesome for organizing your gear. But you can see in here, I have a rangefinder battery and a lighter, flagging, pyro putty, electrical tape, waterproof matches, face paint, things like that. And then inside this bag, we have a backup headlamp, a backup set of Allens, water tablets. These are just portable aqua tabs. And you just never know. So I kind of have these little stash areas just from experience. You don't want to run out of stuff on the mountain and you want to get the lightest weight stuff. I rarely get into this, so I keep it right here stowed for worst case scenarios. I haven't activated my Garmin InReach, but my Garmin InReach will probably be there as well. It's almost time to activate that and get the unlimited because you want to be able to send as many texts as possible and not have to budget. In here is my kill kit. There's that InReach, another thing of pyro putty, lighters, waterproof matches. I'm kind of a freak about that. Peaks headlamp is my primary. This is an awesome headlamp from Peaks. They're out of Montana. This fire starter I bought from Amazon, and my backup windicator or scent checker. My primary knives for cutting up animals. These are factory sharpened, so I gotta be real careful, but this is that 113 Skinner. This is my favorite knife for skinning any animal ever, so I like that. And then this is like my deboning knife. It's skinny, it's long, I can run against the bone, it's awesome. We'll put a link to all this stuff in the video description. So I like these Kifaru things are money. In here I have 1 Trekker. I hardly use 2. I always have 1 in hand, glassing, holding my other bow, things like that. Glass pad, cheap off Amazon. You can make your own, but that's what I like here. Where I antelope hunt, it's a ton of rattlesnakes, so I have snake gators. I bought these from Sportsman's Warehouse. This is a meat bag from Base Camp. Marsupial also makes one as well. This meat bag, I lay it out. It's like a tarp, and I can put quarters on it without getting my meat dirty. Oh yeah, these are little stalkers. My buddy Travis Nowotny made these years ago. These are Rimrock stalkers. If you're looking at putting a sneak in on an antelope when it's bedded, these are really nice to put on. I will put my snake gators over the top and risk it for the biscuit. Game bags from Black Ovis. These are the red synthetic ones. They're money. So a lot of this is going to transfer to the hoodlum when we start elk hunting. In the hoodlum is double Trekkers. These are Lakeys. I got them off Black Ovis. Use my discount code ElkShape, 10% off. The metal bugle tube from Phelps. This will be my nighttime. I use this primarily at night or first thing in the morning to locate elk. I'm not a huge fan of trying to bugle elk in. It does work, but just not that good for me. I'm just not that good, I guess. This was the thing I wanted to show you guys. This is my first aid kit. Jake is filming. Jake knows that this is in the bottom of my pack, and I know that he's got one in the bottom of his. So always know where your first aid kit is and your hunting partners. So in here, I'm just gonna touch on a couple highlights. This is my tourniquet. Yes, I know how to use it, and I think that everyone should have a tourniquet. This is your emergency trauma dressing, very important. And then I have all the things to cover and seal up, stop the bleed, wound, all that kind of stuff. And I even have an epinephrine pen in there that is not expired in case you get it like stung by a bee or have an allergic reaction, stuff like that. Painkillers, all that kind of stuff. This is where my first aid kit lives. It's in the bottom of my pack. I don't think there's anything else I want to go through, but obviously this pack's not ready all the way. There's that card reader I told you about. I always keep one, and I actually have a backup one because these crap out very often. All right, I need a break. When we come back, we're gonna look at my tote system, and then we're gonna go through some accessories and out to the truck. Hey, Dan Staton with ElkShape. I wanna talk to you about ElkShape Camp 2023, 5 locations. But first, I started elk hunting about 20 years ago, and I spent about 5 minutes with a rifle and I had success. Then I switched to a bow, and it took me 5 seasons to finally punch that archery elk tag. That learning curve, albeit long, I wouldn't trade it for the world because it changed my life. And I want to accelerate your elk hunting learning curve, and I want you to leverage elk hunting to create the best possible version of yourself. So whether you're a brand new elk hunter, or maybe you've had some success but not consistent success, come rub elbows with me and my entire squad. My army of subject matter experts are amazing people. We're going to elevate your game and help create a blueprint so that you not only find success in the mountains, but outside the mountains. Check out the website elkshape.com to learn more. I hope to meet many of you in 2023 ElkShape camps. In the meantime, stay on your grind. In this tote is kind of like a backfill area, and I'll show you where I keep my boots on my truck. But the only new boots I'm really stoked about is these Altitudes from Crispy. This is gonna be the perfect boot for me to chase bugles with. Not gonna really antelope hunt with these. I'm gonna antelope hunt primarily with the Laponia 2s. These things looked new a while ago, but I ran them all bear season. I ran Alaska, Idaho. These are my primary boots for stalking. There's one thing that I think is a game changer. Sheep feet. I do have a discount code for these. I thought this was like snake oil, and then I tried it out and I started noticing instant relief on my feet, my energy transfer, and to me, this is a marathon. So if I can have more efficiency every step of the way during hunting season, I see value. So I actually have 2 pairs of sheep feet. I always put them in my boots. These are my Colorados. They have new Colorados coming out. I don't know if I'll get them in time, but these are the last year's Colorados, and I love elk hunting in these as well. A couple of map books. These are nice for when you're driving and you're trying to navigate logging roads or whatever, or just driving across states. So we got Idaho, Montana. What? New Mexico? For antelope hunting, I bring moo cow decoys. May even use it for elk hunting in open country. I hunt a lot of areas where there's cattle. So I got this black one, and this is from Montana Decoy. I got the big red. The one thing about decoys I wanna say, I hunt a lot of elk country, antelope country where there's shared cattle grazing, and moo cows can work against you and for you. So I'll use those decoys to like cross a wide open area to get some more undulation. But you're not gonna walk and sneak up most times to elk and antelope. They're gonna know something's up. But if you need to like cover a big swath of open country to get to some undulation, that's where those come in really handy. So these totes I get at like hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's, Costco. They're super handy. This is kind of like the food, coffee area. And I'm gonna have more food than this, but like Jake and I will share all this stuff. So hydrate, recover, energy packs. I have a lot of we grab 2 or 3 of these a day. Energy and focus. I mean, you can never have enough. I have a couple more cans on order, but with my white gas, I use a jet boil. I keep this primarily at base camp unless I'm spiking out. Coffee from Black Rifle. These are all instant coffee packs. I have an ungodly amount. Last year we did percolated coffee. I don't think we're doing that this year. We're gonna stick with instant. Fatty meat sticks. I got a discount code. I'll put a link in there. These are awesome. No garbage in the ingredients, and it's tough to eat protein when you're elk hunting, so that's a good protein source. If you know these, then you know that Jake and I, we absolutely love these. Great little energy source. Trail mixes, granola bars, peanut butter, honey, and then I wanna show you guys toothbrush, toothpaste. I'm running 3 food options here. Ghetto, Mountain House. These will be at the bottom until I run out of food, then I'll be forced to eat them. I just don't love Mountain House. Peak Refuel. You get a discount on these if you're an OnX member, so look that up. That's what I did. I think I got like 25% off, and get a variety there. But these oatmeals I got off Amazon, and what you use is you actually use steam like a MRE. So these are great if I don't want to bring a stove in the backcountry and I'm just filtering water. I don't have to like boil water. This is nice because then I don't have to leave the jet boil and the gases at home. So I got several of these for basically gasless, cookless food options in the backcountry, and keep all this in this tote. In here, we got a backcountry pillow from Climate. If you're getting old and soft like me, pillows come in handy. I bring several game bags. I got Black Ovis, and Elk Collective game bags. I'm out to get meat and I'm hunting multiple states. This is a Black Ovis Alpine Pro Carbon, super light, paired with a 65 angled from Vortex, paired with the MagView. Got a discount code for that as well. Get rid of the phone scope case. Jake has the magnet on the back of his phone, and so do I, so we can both get footage of animals. Really important for us. I have some whitetail stuff and we're gonna be doing this year. Like, we're gonna be using some tethered saddle systems to hunt wallows and pinch points. This is a little butt pad. This is a bow hanger. And in here we have, this is the guide lid from Kifaru. If I'm gonna need more room, I can attach this to the hoodlum. And then what I keep in here is all the accessories from Kifaru, all the belt straps, buckles, because you know, Jake, Tim, and I all run Kifaru. If one of them needs something, I got them. Plus, I can expand this out. Bugle tubes, notorious for losing. So if you see me running these bugle tubes, you've known that I've lost the metal bugle tube, and I've done it before. So I bring 2 backup small bugle tubes. And then I have an old school. This is from Outdoor Designs. This is an old school bivy sack. It really helps, and it's a great option for being light and nimble. This is a little tarp from Kifaru. It weighs nothing. A lot of times I'll put it in the back of my pack just to wait out storms and stuff and to keep dry. This is awesome. I have some older ones I may not use, but these are old Sitka ones as well. Might keep these at base camp. Now in here, this is the part I'm so excited to tell you guys about. This is my Spike Camp Bag. I keep it pretty much ready to go. In this thing is my tent, my one-man tent that weighs less than 2 pounds. My Western Mountaineering Versalite weighs less than 2 pounds. Sleeping bag, sleeping pad from Climate, and then my Sawyer filter and my platypus accessories so that I can filter water. The one thing I want to say about my Spike Camp Bag system is I bought this bag from Kifaru and I keep it locked and loaded, ready to go. I have my Sawyer filter and platypus water and my my whole system. So if I'm going in 3 to 5 miles, I'm getting into elk. I'll do that a day or two, but if I'm like really into good elk hunting, I want to find a water source on the fringe that's not going to disturb the elk, but shaves that 3 to 5 miles one way, because that's almost 10 miles a day. So I have that as an option, and there are times where I'll put it in, I'll go out, I'll get into the elk, I'm going to spike camp out, and then I bump the elk out of the area, walk back, pick this up, hike back out, walk of shame, run it again somewhere new. So having this system and not trying to sort it all out at the truck is huge. It's fast and it's efficient. So guys, over here, meat is the whole purpose, the whole deal. I got a pair of Siberian coolers, and then I have a Pelican cooler. I'm not gonna bring all 3. I generally just will bring 2 of these Siberians and pretty much keep them empty until we've killed stuff. That's the one logistic I have to figure out, is since I'm not coming home, I have to drop it off at a processor. There's not a lot of processors. You got to kind of call in advance, but get that meat on ice as soon as possible. So we'll bring double coolers, and then I have a generator down there that I always bring to charge up batteries for all the cameras and stuff. The Baku e-bike system and trailer is pretty slick, but I don't think we're going to be bringing it on this particular road trip. And then I have a pair of ground blinds down there. I got a Zenic, which is money. I sell those on the website. And then I got a Muddy, and then I have some other brand. That's really it. Now let's go out to my truck and I'll show you kind of what kind of system I'm running in my truck. So I actually bring an actual floor jack, because if I really do need to change a tire, I'm not gonna do it the hard way. And I got room for this, I'll make room for this. So bring a floor jack. I bring 3 cans of gas, there's 2. I'll bring a 3rd one, and I even keep an extra gallon on my lightener rack. I'm a little OCD. All right, we're gonna walk outside. I'll show you some of the tools at my truck. As promised, canvas cutter. So this is the big dog. This is the big one. This is the Dominator 2.0. They have a smaller one, but since I'm such a big guy, it's a joke. We can do one of these deals. I like to run a sheet over the foam, and then my pillow from home, and my sleeping bag's already in here all the way, okay? You can go straight on the ground, which I may end up doing a few times. You can go right in the back of your truck, or I'm gonna pack a pretty big cot and just get off the ground so no rattlesnakes eat me when I'm in the desert, and so no bugs are crawling over. But this thing is awesome. I've probably put 4 nights in it already. I'm getting very good rest. It's very, very comfortable, and then it folds up really quick. I'm gonna throw the tent poles in real quick so you can see what that looks like. It's just an additional option when you check out, but I don't have a discount code with Canvas Cutter, but I'm here to tell you those guys are awesome. I think everyone should get one if you're a mobile elk hunter. This got a lot of treatments sprayed on the canvas, so fairly waterproof. I mean, a downpour probably still not gonna get you. The stakes, easy to pop up, pop out. I probably won't use them unless there's weather. And you can zip this thing all the way up and get some really good rest in between your hunts. And you can kind of keep it cracked if you just want to get some to breathe or whatever. But I mean, this is super comfy. It's gonna be a game changer for us. Canvas Cutter, if you're watching, we need a discount code for our subs, man, our community. This is a huge asset, and Jake needs one, don't you, Jake? Yeah, so game changer. Jake sold his rooftop tent, I sold mine. I know there's good ones out there, but speed kills, and we don't want to spend a lot of time setting up camp. It's get in and get out. Mobile elk hunters unite. All right, so I'm gonna bring a utility trailer. That's where I'll keep my dirt bike. Check this out real quick. On the dirt bike, it's air cooled. We did maintenance videos on this. The one upgrade I'm super stoked about, this is from Light Force, this little mini light bar. And so I have my stock light, which is good, kind of like a low beam, and then a high beam for at night, which is super killer. And safety first. The older I get, the more you're gonna see me wear a helmet. Not always, but definitely on the single track stuff, when it's in the dark and we're getting to good elk hunting spots, I'll wear a helmet for sure. But that light from Light Force, I'll leave a link, unbelievable. I have a lightener rack. Those guys are out of California, and their marketing dude is a bow hunter, so he's super cool. I wanna get into the deck system. They're out of Idaho, but first, check this system out right here. Generally, I run a lot of like clothes, boots, and then brush teeth, make coffee, breakfast stuff in here. So everything's right here. And then I generally sleep on a cot. I got rid of my rooftop tent, and I'm gonna be running the Canvas Cutter. So it's just gonna be a cot, a Canvas Cutter, wake up, grab coffee. In the mornings, my pack is always ready to go for the next day. Always, that's a law. The 2 things I gotta do in the morning is drink coffee and poop. Doing that at camp, not on the mountain. So we get up, coffee, you know what, and then we're out. Pack's ready to go. We're never late. We're never late. In fact, we're usually early. And the rooftop tent was awesome, but it took way too long to set up, especially in the dark, and it required like acrobatics. And it took even longer to put up when I wanted to move camps, which I move camps almost every day. So the Canvas Cutter is the way to go for me, my style. And then here, a lot of times I'll keep like batteries, solar chargers. The Goal Zero works for us every day while we're out hunting. It's charging batteries. You never have enough kill kits, so this is my game bags from the Elk Collective. On this side, I have water, gas, shower, so a little nozzle hooks here, I'll show you that. And I hold 3 gallons and I can get rinsed off, stand on a crate so your feet don't get dirty, and just kind of, this is new for us this year, it's huge, recovery boards. And then I have a matching spare tire and rim underneath my truck, not like a donut tire, but like an actual matched up one. So let's get into the back here. In this deck system, and I do think I need to organize it a little bit better, but where to begin? Wet wipes, tie downs, gloves, duct tape, more tie downs, bands, paracord, all the things. In here, first aid kit at the truck, always. Paper towels, electric chainsaw, sockets, wrenches, shovel, lock cutters in case I need to cut down your tree stand or your trail camera. I'm joking, but you just lock cutters just cause. In here, I got a Sawzall battery powered, extra oil for dirt bikes, drill motor. These are my tent poles for the Canvas Cutter. This is the attachment for the shower. So we have like a little hose, and then I have extra chain for my saw. This is a little hardware for my dirt bike, all the little different bolts and stuff in case something rattles loose. And then here, super organized and dialed, all the tools that a guy could need, a lot of extra bolts, sockets, gaskets, motorcycle parts, wrenches, sockets, Allens. We're tooled up, guys, because a lot of people don't realize this, but ain't nobody coming to get you. And if you have to rely on someone else to help you out, you're not hunting. And if you didn't know, September's only 30 days. So we don't like to waste a lot of time, and something's going to go wrong. It's not a matter of if, it's just when. Be ready for it. In here, some more tools, tie downs, gaskets, all that kind of stuff, and we'll probably fill this up even more right before we jam. So I got a bunch of flat repair kits for dirt bikes and four-wheelers, tire wrench, toe straps, jumper cables, all that kind of jazz back there. So we see we have a lot of room back here to put the coolers and some of the totes, and then everything else will backfill in the back of the trailer. And inside the cab, in my truck, you guys can take a peek in here. I don't know. Once I flip both seats up, I can keep a lot of stuff in here as well. But for as much as we hunt and as far as we go and as long as we are gone, you really can't afford to miss anything. So really, what am I missing? That's what I'm gonna ask on you. If you took the time to watch this entire video, and this is not the sexiest video, as Tim would say, this is not a home run. This is like a single or double, but I think it's valuable as an asset out there. What am I missing? What have I overlooked or forgot to mention? Comment below. If this helps you, give it a like. If you like blue collar style, do-it-yourself public land elk hunting, smash the sub, man. We are into that. We appreciate you. We love hard work, and we'll catch you on the next one.